Alright, as the title implies, and as most have probably heard by now about what happened with Sliker, it's actually kind of surprising, and at the same time, I personally would have felt as though it was probably a satire video, because who does this? I mean, not necessarily the act itself, but posting the video itself, like, I mean, yeah, great, be honest, but it's not going to change anything. Yeah, I just want to cover the video real quick, so I'm going to hop right on into it.
Man, wallah, I never knew this thing was gonna come. See, it's time for the truth. It was the hardest thing. I'm sorry, bro, this is not, man. I didn't know what to do. I lied to many people. I lied to so many individuals out there. So, if you haven't heard, I borrowed money off people. This started. It didn't even start. It started. So I'm just gonna go with it. Ever since CS:GO, not to blame, but ever since CS:GO launch came out, it was the first time I went on that site, and I do want to say I still pay off the people I owe. I don't give a. It isn't even not even 1,000. Eventually, it got higher and higher and higher and higher. And it would stack on people I owe, but I've paid a few people back. I'm not gonna say I'm proud because gambling addict. But it was on Twitch. No, I never deserved it. It was sad. They'd pop my tires for my car. People gonna be like, "What friends do you have?" They'd my streams. You would wonder why I ditched. It was gambling.
All right, so I just threw in a few clips there from Sliker's apology video. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's fairly a very long video and a long apology. A lot of it is repetitive, and if you don't know who Sliker is, he's just a gaming streamer for the most part. He'll pop on and off from time to time. Obviously, kind of comes to admission to why that was and why that happened so much throughout his video. And if you want to watch the full video, I will be dropping a link in the description, along with a link to a subreddit that was made over this whole ordeal. And if you just like to check Sliker himself out, I've also dropped a link to his channel. You know, hey Katie. Not gonna say the guy's a terrible person, but has done some terrible things, but I don't think that's who he necessarily is. He had his reasons, and for the most part, from what's come of it, is it's mostly a gambling addiction, which it's not an excuse per se, but it's not okay. And if you recognize that you have an addiction, and I know it's harder for others, just do the responsible thing. Let somebody know what's going on. Like, don't try to hide it. That's when things start to spiral out of control. And I know I'm not saying, hey, it's easy for everyone. It's not. I've never dealt with addiction, but I'm not in everyone's shoes, so I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say that I do. But as far as streaming Twitch, it's not something you should do. You know, I mean, I'm jumping a little ahead of myself here, but asking your mods, your friends, well, I'd say friends through streaming. I think he also borrowed money from his manager. Borrowed. I mean, if you're not going to pay it back, it's not borrowing, but If you're gonna pay it back, then yeah, it's a different story. I don't know the whole situation. I'm not gonna completely criticize him on the thing, on what he is and isn't gonna do, because I don't know. I'm not in his shoes, and I'm not him. I can't say what he has and hasn't done. I can only show you what he's admitted. But if you really want to destroy your Twitch crowd, that's one way to do it. Take their money and then tell them you took their money. I mean, if he plans on paying them back, I guess, yeah, it's borrowing it when they get it back. But you could say that it's like telling the bank that you're getting money for a new car that you necessarily need for work, and actually just using that money for a whole lot of drugs, or partying, or liquor, or I don't know, just think of anything behind a back alley. I don't know. It's why are you staring at me, cat? You're creeping me out. Got the whole reflective eye thing going on. But yeah, it's not a proper way to manage money, or a way to obtain money. It's definitely not a suitable way to obtain money. But lying to the people who support you, who are doing it for the right reasons, it doesn't hurt them over the moral aspect. It hurts them more over the personal aspect. These are people who feel as though they have a personal bond to you through the stream, and they feel betrayed. Or betrayed. It's a form of betrayal. But I mean, I would feel the same way as somebody who I may have looked up to and given money to. Then I would be devastated. I mean, obviously anybody would feel like their trust has been broken, but it's gonna hurt. It hurts. And there's a few other streamers who have reacted, and they've broken down because he's borrowed money from other streamers, and I mean, it's being one with the community just to tell them, hey, by the way, I used you, but I got you. Don't worry. It's like, yeah, no, man. It's like me pulling out a loan and putting a second mortgage on my house and giving you $20,000, and yeah, some streamers gave him a lot of money. Just for you to come back and tell me, hey, it wasn't for hospital bills. I went to Vegas and a lot of things happened, and I'm gonna try to get your money back. I would be like, oh my god. Oh my god, there's nothing I can really do about it, but it's like, man. It's like me telling Oreo, it's like, I'm taking out like, this is Oreo, by the way. I'm taking out like 5% of my check to buy you the best toys in the world, man. It's just, I'm gonna get it next week. Okay, maybe next month. Okay, maybe next year. And then I gave her a toilet paper tube, and she's going crazy with it. She doesn't know the difference. But the day I admit to her, like, hey, cat will probably never know. I mean, if I was a cat, I'd be like, Master, you betrayed me. But, I mean, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this topic. I'm not going to fully cover it. It's a very long video. I mean, it's 18 minutes long, but still. Talking about it and reviewing it and going through it is just seemingly senseless to me. So, again, if you do want to go check it out, you can easily find it on YouTube. I'll probably drop a link to the video I got my clips from, and just go check it out yourself. But yeah, definitely don't do that. Don't deceive the people who are supporting you to support the things that are tearing you down. So yeah, deuces, guys. Probably about to hop on Fortnite and maybe stream there for a little bit. So good night for now. Go get this cat some food.